Art. Hello, good soul. I am Professor Julio Rezende. Today is April 12th, 2020. I will be doing the presentation about main station on Mars. And this is the crew 114 with Professor Alex Arroyo, Professor Karen Bruneman, and Igor Tavantsev. Okay, thanks so much for the attendance, and this video will be available on YouTube. I hope everybody appreciate. In this case, in the missions of Habitat Marte, we are trying to conceive a station on Mars. Here is possible see possible stage of development of a space habitat on Mars. In this case, it's possible to see a first possibility like a stage of survivability with a minimal crew, permanent presence, also only critical hardware. Second stage, like a station presenting a lot of equipment for the self-sustaining operations with a larger crews, additional less critical hardware, and also a third stage with something like more a settlement. Okay. In this case, in the missions of Habitat Marte, we are proposing a station on Mars in this second level with a crew around 28 astronauts shared in the 7 facilities. In this case, is the station on Mars that we are imagining that will be operational. And in this presentation, we will be talking about the main station. Also, if you imagine some starship travels from Earth to Mars, we suppose that the main station it would be one of the first infrastructures built on Mars. Okay. In this case, for internal design, we received the participation of a Brazilian architecture student. Her name is Mariana Guerra, and she proposes something different, not a circular shape, but a hexagonal shape, like a honeycomb. One of the reasons is the possibility to have these hexagons integrated, okay, face by face. And Mariana proposed these 3 infrastructures be called by alpha, beta, and gamma model. In this case, the alpha model is for resting and relaxing with bedrooms and study room. The beta model is for entertainment and dining with kitchen, dining room, and living room. And the gamma model is a control center and also support operations and mission control. In the alpha model, we have 3 levels with 40 bunks to the astronauts sleep inside. Okay, also the bathrooms and a study area. Also some plants aboard, and some reasons to have the plants aboard is to evaluate the air quality. Also brings nature to space habitats. Also contributing for the psychological well-being and less stress, more health and well-being. And other reason is possibility of vegetable productions bring practicities and easiness to prepare the fresh meal, like the concept of pick and eat. This would be very useful for the kitchen. And these plants is helpful for meditation. The bunks is very similar to the bunks of hostels. I believe a lot of people have just been hostels, and it's supposed to be something like this. Also, in terms of the study room, you can imagine a lot of terabytes of information and some physical books. And the third model is beta model is for also the kitchen and dining room and living room and the gym. This photo is a concept of Michael Lowry proposed by in a kitely environment. Also the kitchen. This is a photo from Molly Robotic. It's just a startup developing some technologies. The dining room and also the gym is also very important to let the astronauts healthy. And the third model is Gamma model, is for the research, training, and mission control. In the in this model, the Gamma model, we can see the evolution of the dashboards from the Apollo missions to shuttle missions in the Dragon capsule from SpaceX. It's possible to see like in the Dragon capsules, like the TV screens, where it's possible to control some functions and receive some informations. And we can imagine these kind of technologies to control the different informations from the station. We imagine something like a dashboard to control the entire station. From the main station, we have the communication with greenhouse and power station, health center, and sanitation center. In contact with the greenhouse, we need to know some information about what are the food available for the kitchen every day, because every day will be produce a different kind of vegetables that will be used to prepare the meal, combining with the food transported from Earth. Also, we need to know from the main station how is the health condition of astronauts, because consider that the station will be impacted by cosmic radiation, and the health of astronauts would be deteriorate very fast. And you need to know, have a very close follow-up to identify how is the health of astronauts. Contacting the power station, we need to know how is the capacity of energy generation, okay? Also, how is working the consumption of energy in the entire station, and some demands for the electric vehicles operation, okay? And contacting with a sanitation center is very important. We identify how much energy is generated by biodigester, how is the quantity of water treated in the station by the sanitation center, and also about the quantity of water produced also from the reclaimed water system. And we measured from the extravehicular activity, will be collected ice, bring back to the station, but this ice is very poisoned water, and need to receive a very detailed treatment to let this contaminated water from the Mars surface in a potable water. Okay, in this case, the sanitation center is like the heart of the station, because is the facility responsible to generate water and oxygen for astronauts. You need to have great attention with the operations from the sanitation center. Okay. Also, from main station, we follow a lot of inner indicators, and also we are looking the exterior conditions like the weather, the lightning, also wind and dust storm, because this also would be impacting the extravehicular activities, and also the operations of solar panels from power station. In the main stations also there is a research room to analysis of spacesuit garments, soil analysis, and other exams. Okay, and these all things that related to design that I'd like to propose. And now I will be talking a little bit about applied technologies. For the kitchen, we imagine some technologies related to oven, fridge, entertainment area, would be interesting the virtual reality headsets by hydro message, disco lightning, and the control center, communication technologies, antennas, and sensors. Some resources to possible to generate in situ or transported from Earth. We can imagine that almost everything will be transported from Earth. Also, some utensils would be 3D printed on main stations, and also part of the food would be transported in Mars greenhouse. Now about the management, we imagine four positions for astronauts, and the positions of astronauts is the commander, the executive chief, the chef, and general assistant. The commander would be someone with a multidisciplinary background, someone from management or industrial engineering with a high capacity of leadership, intercultural competency, and high personal resilience. And some duties are control the extravehicular activities integrated with engineering center, propose routines and operational protocols, provide guidance to avoid the risks, conduct educational activities, preparations for EVAs, also coordinate daily communication routines with NASA, ESA, ISRO, and other space agents from Earth. The communications with also other missions control centers, facilities with entire crew, and sometimes the communication with a specific astronaut. The second position is a executive chief, is someone to support all operations. Okay. Also keep all facilities running, responsible for specific operations, training, and also the working with self-sustainability. Okay. The third position is one of the most interesting positions. Is the chef. He's supposed to be a cooker, a cuisine chef, a nutritionist, or gastronomer. And some duties are define menu, meals, and food logistics, before food preparation, waste disposal, cleaning, organization, maintenance, and repair procedures. Also assess the team's nutritional requirements, plan the viability of food, and define the feed shifts. Uh, Here we have a photo from the movie The Matrix. It's in this photo showing the character of Neo, interpreted by Keanu Reeves, and he is aboard of Nebuchadnezzar ship, and he's complaining because all days is the same meal. In this case, oat milk every day. And this was an interesting discussion proposed by Dr. Sion Proctor. She participated in one of our missions, virtual missions, and she was presenting this for us. And she was saying that in space missions, in a space habitat, is very important. We avoid the food fatigue, the meal fatigue. And Dr. Simon Proctor was proposing that for our meals, it's very important we have very diverse meals, colorful, and diverse, and also sometimes presenting like spices and also different flavors from also some other influence of different cultures. Okay. Because the meal times as a time for fun and also have a good moment for social interaction. Also, these are one of the interests of Karen Brunemann about the some how to prepare some drinks, and we'll be also presenting some proposal further in this presentation. Okay, and also these are the other photo is some pre-prepared meal from transported from Earth. It's freeze-dried food for astronauts. It's also transported in plastic bags, where is done the hot water infusion inside these plastic bags to restore the original characteristics from the food. Also, one of our proposal is use a single plastic to be possible to grind this plastic, and it transform it transform further in a plastic filament. In this case, this other photo is some food produced on Mars habitat, and would be interesting. We combine in our greenhouse in Brazil, in Habitat Marte, and for Mars, it's interesting to combine some pre-prepared meal with a food produced on Mars. The fourth positions is an assistant, okay, and these are some duties are the emphasize the team's well-being, food management, support the chef, coordinate the organization of the dormitory, coordinate the team, and manage laboratory tools, okay, and also apply some psychological surveys. And some topics of training are for the astronauts, new skills based on situations identified on Mars, systems operation, new technologies, positions and tasks of each astronaut, and simulations. We identified some videos that would be possible to train the astronauts, some topics related to teams work and mental health, and a lot of music, and also the occupational safety and health. For astronauts, we imagine 1 kilo by day of solid food, also for 4 liters to drink, 2.5 liters to prepare the food of astronauts, and 2 liters to the bath. Also, some guidelines to provide to other facilities related to management. We are proposing daily routines and schedule activities, stimulus for cooperations, innovation, creativity, and co-creation. Also, health and environmental safety guidelines, also how to maintain the vertical gardens in specific sectors. Related to quality of life, we are suggesting health occupation, harmony, collaboration, how to let astronauts comfortable about to be in space, well-being through the interesting content to entertain the team, and also self-sustainability when each one is observing self-organization, self-maintenance, self-fixation, and alerting others. Now, the fourth part of my presentation is related to some protocols. We imagine some routines in this facility is very important. Think about harmony and good relationship and collaboration, how to deal with stress, organization of the room, food production, infrastructure maintenance, water savings, and energy savings. Some protocols of safety and health, we imagine some being important, the hygiene protocols, also wearable data collection, health data collection, and psychological balance in emergencies and simulations for accidents. This is like a concept of a toilet. This kind of modern toilet is supposed to be very useful to do the exam of the human waste, how trying to identify some health issues from each astronaut. Some protocol for entertainment, we imagine that would be interesting to celebrate the astronauts' birthdays, also organize parties, celebration days like Diwali and Holi from India, Dia de los Muertos from Mexico, Carnival from Brazil, Halloween from United States, Christmas, New Year's, and other dates, also connected with some national days, okay? Spa days, board games, yoga and workouts, mindfulness protocols, and content suggestions based in terabytes of music, movies, and books. For microfood production, imagine a vertical garden in main station. Also, is necessary a protocol for cultivation, maintenance, food collection and harvesting, rotation, best time for irrigation, male-female flower pollination, and plant cycle. And some teas to be produced on Mars in the main station would be in Portuguese, the erva doce, the fennel, the green tea, and also mint. And this would be interesting. We have some teas like this. Also, is to uh, is to cultivate and to harvest. And this would be interesting. We have some tea aboard of the station because it's very interesting. We have also used the tea like the moment to drink the tea as a social moment, okay, for integration and relax between the astronauts. For 3D printing, we imagine the possibility about the use of clay 3D printer. Uh, Also would be very interesting also on Earth now in analog habitats. We try to develop like a spatial clay to be used using the analog soil in Brazil in our facility uh, to prepare something like some ceramic utensils. And for Mars, we imagine the possibility to about the use of regolith, also treated regolith, extracting the some contaminated elements to print some ceramic utensils. Also using the plastic filament and also metal powder 3D printer. And also imagine the recycling process. Okay. Also for 3D printing would be important to have a lot of files to guide the 3D process. For degradation, we imagine something like a grinder to destroy the plastic to smaller particles. This plastic would be melted and extruded in a plastic filament to be reused in 3D printed processes. The last part of my presentation is about the spin-offs, some possible technologies applied to Mars that will be shared to our daily life on Earth. It's just been developing under development the technologies for sleeps. This photo is showing a kind of machine that suck the blood of astronauts because for space normally we not have gravity to have the to help in the circulation of blood, and this technology would be useful for Mars. Also, technologies for food production, in this case, a photo from the VEG equipment, and also technologies for learning using metaverse, okay? And technologies for water saving. This is a photo from the urine process assembly aboard of the International Space Station to recover the water from urine. And the last photo is a blender to ground out the plastic particles. As some guidelines to be applied to daily life on Earth, we imagine the astronauts would be talking about health, environmental and safety guidelines, mental well-being, also daily routines and recycling mindset. This is a photo of the Scott Kelly, and during the pandemics, he had done some lives talking about how to live on International Space Station, how to keep your mind healthy during isolation time. This was very interesting because we imagined that the astronauts from Mars, they would be talking to Earth, how to live there and how to keep the quality of life. The last part of my presentation is about to imagine how the operations of this station will be teaching about sustainable development. We can the discussion and the operations about of main stations related to health, to quality education, also to gender equality, because if you have four astronauts, we would have the mainly astronaut, mainly the female astronauts, or two men and two women. Also, what is happening in the main station is very connected with water saving, the energy savings, also a recycling mindset connected with the goal 12. And goal 16 is related to management, and 17 is about uh, partnerships, because we imagine that we have astronauts from many different nationalities working in the main station. Because of it, it's important we have, and we think about how to have the astronauts from different cultural backgrounds. Okay, and these are my contact in Twitter and Instagram. And thanks so much for your attention. Stopping the recording now, okay?